I think I got scammed at this Michelin-starred restaurant, but I'm not like completely sure. We were in Hong Kong and the restaurant was in the City Garden Hotel. So if you look it up, it actually closed down under suspicious circumstances. But it was in a hotel, and when we checked into this hotel, and this hotel was not very expensive. You know my mom, there's no way I'm paying a lot for a hotel room. So this hotel was reasonably priced, and we were there for 2 nights. And when we checked in, there was a little sign that said, "Dine at our Michelin-starred restaurant, $180 for 4 people." That's what it said. It said for 4 people, $180. And we looked at each other and we're like, oh, that's interesting. Like, that might be kind of fun. So we go to the hotel room, we get our stuff down. And I was like, let's do it. That'll be really fun. Like, we haven't had a big dinner out yet. Like, this is going to be really fun. It's, $180 for all of us. Like, it's for Michelin, like a Michelin starred place. That's like amazing. And we had just come from Thailand where we had eaten a lot of street food that was really cheap. In general, the food in Thailand was really cheap. So like we would go out to a restaurant, spend maybe $60 for all of us. And we had done one nice restaurant in Thailand, Gagan, and it was so expensive. We only ate a la carte and we only could get like 3 things. So like we were like, let's splurge. So we make a reservation, we go to the restaurant. And when we get to the lobby of the restaurant, there's like the sign again. And I walk over to it. I remember looking at it being like, yeah. And my mom's like, thumbs up. So we get a table. Now I'm going to tell this part of the story, even though it doesn't make me look like that great. But just thought that since we were paying for 4 people, right? We were 3 people, but the sign was for 4 people, this 6-course meal. We kind of thought like, oh, why don't we just get the 4th person's food? Like, let's pretend someone's there, and that way we get that extra food and we can eat it since we're already paying for it. Because they're obviously not going to reduce the price if you're 3 people, right? Like, you can't be like, well, we're only 3 people. Can we get it for $140? Like, the price is the price, but maybe they could just bring the food out as if there's a 4th person there. So that's like our plan. So we asked the waitress and she's like, yeah, sure. She definitely gives us a look like it's weird, but she says sure. So first course comes out and it's not very good. And so we don't even want to eat the fake 4th person. And then the second one comes out, also not very good. We don't want to eat that one either. And the food in general is just not very good. And we're kind of like, this is so weird. Like, this food's not good. Like, the service isn't great. Like, this doesn't feel like a Michelin-starred restaurant. Like, this feels like really just not good. So we get the bill and we're upset because like this wasn't that good and this was our big splurge. And now it's like we just have a bad taste in our mouths. And then the bill says 180 times 4 people. So it's like 180 times 4 for a total of whatever. And, over $700. And we look at each other and I'm like, oh, she made a mistake. She charged us per person. So I raised my hand. She comes over and I was like, hi, I'm so sorry. But this said for 4 people. And she goes, yeah, that's right. For 4 people. That's the correct price. And she walks away. And I'm like, oh my God. And I look at my mom and she's like, what? I'm like, she said that's the right price. And my mom's like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God. So my mom pays. We go back to our room and my mom starts crying in the elevator. She has tears, like solitary tears coming out of her eyes. She gets into the room and she's like, what happened? What just happened? What just happened? And we're just like processing what happened. And my mom is crying now, really crying. And she goes into the corner of the room like that overlooks the window. And she's just in a chair like this, like rocking back and forth, sobbing. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Mom. Like, that's not what the sign said. Like, the sign was deceiving. Like, that's really frustrating. So then she's really upset. And my sister and I are sitting on the bed. And the bill was in, like, Hong Kong currency. So we were trying to figure out how much we actually owed, like, how much this was, like, in real dollars. Because we were like, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe this is only going to be, like, $200 or something. Like, we were just, like, confused. So we're sitting there and we're both not good at this, trying to figure it out. And we come to this, like, with our currency exchange, that this was almost $1,000. That's what we come to. I'm not sure if that's accurate, but that's what we come to. So my mom looks at me and she goes, what? And I was like, nothing. It's almost $1,000. And she goes, oh my God. So I'm like sitting there and I'm like, I'm going to go look at that sign again. So I go to the lobby with my sister and I go to look at the sign. And the sign says for 4 people, FOR, for the number, people, 180. And I said, okay, that sign definitely says it should be total 180. So I go with my sister in the elevator and she's pretending to be like a mean hostess and I'm pretending to be the customer to like practice what I'm going to say. And I'm like sweating a lot, like adrenaline's pumping. It's a lot. So then we get to the hostess stand and I walk out and first I go back to the sign that's in the lobby of the restaurant and I said, yes, I'm right. This is the sign. I know I'm right. So I feel like I have to be firm, but I am correct in this. So I say to the guy, hi, I'm so sorry, but like we got billed the wrong thing. And I explained to him what happened and he's like, no, that's the right price. And I said, okay, well the sign over there does not indicate that. The sign over there indicates that this is not, that it should be 180 total. And he goes, let me get my manager. And I was like, okay, sure. So manager comes over and I just explained the whole thing to her and she goes, okay, yeah, we'll refund you and charge you separately. We'll do 2 transactions. And then she tells him to do it. He does it and it's done. Like instant. Like she had no conversation with me. So we get back in the elevator and I'm like, wow, oh my God, it's over. We get down to my room. My mom, she looks like Gollum in the corner. She's like, ugh. And I was like, we did it. She's like, yay. And she throws her hands up in the air. And then in our celebration, as we're like so excited, we only spent what we thought we were going to spend for dinner. We just started thinking like, how many people would do what we did? How many people would complain and like go up and ask for confirmation and to understand the bill? Why was she so quick to just give me the refund? And I really do think that it was a scam. And I've told the story a lot. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, they were scamming people. They were hoping that people wouldn't say anything and then pay. And then, it works half the time. Great. It doesn't work half the time. It still works occasionally. And I guess I just do think it was a scam. And I know it's crazy to think a Michelin star restaurant is going to have a scam, but like, I don't know. The whole thing felt super scammy to me.